Good morning again, everyone. This is our Algebra 2 Do Now for March 17th that I attempted to record, but now we're going to go through YouTube. Okay, so what we're given is the f of x graph, which is in your workbook, and I've transferred it onto my graph. But if you want to see what the workbook looks like, there's A for you, and we're going to fill in that chart in a little bit. So let's start with the top. You can transform the graph of a function in various ways. You can translate the graph horizontally or vertically. You can stretch or compress the graph horizontally or vertically also. And you can reflect the graph across the x-axis or the y-axis. How the graph of a given function is transformed is determined by the way certain numbers are used. And those numbers are called parameters. And our parameters are, in this case, are going to be the h and the k. You also know another parameter is the a, which impacts our dilations. Okay, so let's get this done. Looking over here, we're given f of x, and we're asked to create a g of x, which is going to be f of x plus 4. So that is your directive. So starting at our original f of x graph, that plus 4 is our k parameter. The k parameter is up or down. Since it's positive 4, we're going to go up 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And so our new coordinate will be x is negative 1 and y is positive 2. Again, note the x coordinate does not change since we're doing a vertical slide or translation. Only the y number is impacted. Going to this point right here, we're going to slide up 1, 2, 3, 4 units, and my new coordinate will be when x is 1, y is going to be positive 6. Let's go down here. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. Just put your pencil right on the dot and slide up 4 blocks or 4 units. And so your new coordinate is 3, 2. Our last one going up 1, 2, 3, 4. Our new x coordinate is 5, and the y coordinate is 6. And again, please on your graph when you do this, please label this one as f of x, the original given function, and the new function as g of x. I would also appreciate if you put in the coordinates. It also might be helpful to label your coordinates for the f of x graph. Okay, now let's go look at the chart. Here's our chart. Again, this is the Do Now from 317, page 31 in your workbook. So x is negative 1, 1, 3, and 5. That's given. The f of x coordinates are given. To get to the g of x, we're adding 4 to the y coordinate. And again, notice I've crossed off f of x and changed it to y because the two are interchangeable. They mean the same thing. F of x is equal to y. So again, I'm not even looking at the x's. The x's do not change at all. Only the y coordinate changes. I've added 4 to each of them. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. Negative 2 plus 4 is 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. And then what I'd also like you to do is, and I know there's not a column in the workbook, but if you guys could please just add what the following coordinate pair is for the g of x. And so we get negative 1 maps to 2, and we have 1 goes to 6, 3 goes to 2, and 5 goes to 6. I hope this has helped you with the Do Now. Please do that. I also want to add at this time, when I did the C for the classwork, I inadvertently left off how to fill in the chart in your workbook. So I'd like to do that at this time. And so here we go. Going to part C, which is actually part of the classwork and not actually the Do Now. They're going to give you the charts, the mapping. This is your f of x. I've made it in red. G of x, in your book it's not, it's all black, but this is to help you visually see what's going where. So again, you start with the f of x, and if we do minus 2 going forward, it's positive 2 going back. So if we don't have these, 3 plus 2 gives me 5, and 5 plus 2 would give me 7. Again, negative 2 for an h is shifting left. So again, you're given an h value, an h parameter of 2. And so that's going to take your f of x and push it 2 forward to get to g of x. So f plus 2 would get me to 7, plus 2, and again, that's how you fill that out. On the bottom of the page, they give you a chart like this, and they say what happens. And so the first column are your H values, the second column are your K values. So when H is positive, you move to the right. If K is positive, you would move up. If H is positive, you would move right. But a negative K moves it down. That's an arrow going down. Negative H says move to the left. Positive K says go up. Negative H says go left. And a negative K instructs us to move down. I also want you guys to recall that I have that little mnemonic device in the house, horizontal, the opposite of what you think. So the house would be in the parentheses. The negative is always part of the formula. So if I said to you, what is H from here? Ignore the negative. The H is just the positive 5. Okay? Again, because in the vertex formula, there is a minus in between. In the house, horizontal, the opposite of what you think. So this would tell you to go to the right 5 units. Again, I hope that's helped you. I'm going to now record the next day's classwork, and hopefully you can follow along. Complete your workbook pages, again, as you do it and as you make corrections. No problem if you made an error and it's in pen, just put a line through it, put the correction in it, take a quick picture, and upload it into Google Classroom. I've included that video on the top of our Google Classroom. Please watch the video. It is a 1-minute video that shows you how to take the pages and snap a picture on your phone and upload it to Google Classroom. That is the fastest and easiest way for me to keep a log of everyone's work. Keep up the good work. The next day is coming. Later on today, you'll have the 18th, and tomorrow you'll have the review of the 19th work. Thanks, guys. Message me with any questions.